Good afternoon. My name is Diego Ortiz, and on behalf of the American Heart Association on Long Island and the Long Island South Asian Project, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this special webinar in celebration of International Yoga Day. In just a few minutes, we're going to be joined by yoga instructor Shauny Lamba, who will walk us through a 25-minute yoga sequence that can be practiced by beginners and experienced yogis alike. But first, I'd like to introduce Sunny Singh from the South Asian Project Committee, who will tell you about the project's mission. Welcome, Sunny.
Thank you, Diego. Our mental and physical health plays such a large part in our quality of life, so it makes sense that both should be taken very seriously. As a proud volunteer of the American Heart Association, I'm continually inspired to make positive changes to my lifestyle, not just for myself, but for my friends, family, and my beautiful wife and son. The support and resources and the sense of community provided by this organization makes everything so much easier to maintain, especially with a busier lifestyle. And we hope the South Asian Project can do the same for you. It is a fact that heart disease is a leading killer of adults nationwide, especially members of our South Asian community who have 4 times the risk of heart disease, and they developed the disease up to a decade earlier. It is our mission to motivate and educate our loved ones on preventative health through healthy eating and active living. We're doing this in many different ways, such as providing AED devices and CPR certifications to religious facilities throughout Long Island. Today, we have a very special yoga demonstration with the one and only Shauny Lamba, and I'm very excited to join you all on the mat. Lastly, we're always looking to grow our team of volunteers, so don't hesitate to reach out if you would like to make a lasting difference on our community, because the best time to make a positive change to your lifestyle is always today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Well said. So why is the American Heart Association promoting yoga? Well, as a science-based organization, there's a huge body of literature that says that there's a significant benefit from aerobic exercise and mindfulness practices, of which yoga provides both. There are numerous health benefits, including improved cardiovascular health, better mood, increased energy, and stronger bones and muscles. Some studies also suggest the mind-body practice may be good for heart health, from reducing blood pressure and cholesterol to lowering stress and body mass index. The bottom line is that yoga is exercise, and any exercise is better than no exercise. So let's enjoy this practice and embrace the benefits that yoga provides. It's now my pleasure to welcome Shauny Lamba. Take it away, Shauny.
Hi, my name is Shauny, and this is a 20-minute yoga session for the American Heart Association, where we'll focus a lot on promoting mobility and agility in the mind and the body. We'll get started on our yoga mats. And if you don't have a mat, you're always welcome to just sit right on the floor, or if you have blocks or a blanket handy, you can roll it up and have a seat right on the edge. So find a nice tall seat by lifting up through the top of the head and lengthening down through the tailbone. Relax the shoulders, and if it feels comfortable for you, you can close your eyes and start to tune into your breath. Allow yourself to settle and just notice any thoughts, any sensations, or any emotions that show up. As you hold your attention on your breath, see if you can make it a little bit longer, deepening the inhale and the exhale. Maybe inhaling for a count of 5 and exhaling for a count of 5 at your own pace. Begin to gently open the eyes. Inhale to shrug the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, let it go. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale to shrug. Exhale, release. We'll come into a child's pose next. And know that throughout this session, if you would like to come into a child's pose instead of taking the other options, this pose is always available to you. And you can come into it with the knees apart or the knees together. Having the knees together will give you a little bit more release in the lower back. Having the knees apart will create some space for your hips. So you'll walk your hands forward and then rest the forehead down onto the mat. Come back to that breath. Let the hips fall down to your heels. Maybe roll the forehead from side to side. Keep the arms active by walking the hands forward and lift the elbows up off the mat. Can you draw the shoulders down your back? Can you still breathe in and out with ease? Inhale to walk the hands in, making your way into a tabletop. Bring the wrists right underneath your shoulders and the knees directly underneath your hips. Draw the shoulders down your back, hug the low belly in, lengthen the top of the head forward and the tailbone back. We'll start with a few rounds of cat-cows. On the inhale, you'll tilt the tailbone up, let the belly drop, and reach the heart forward as you bring your gaze up. Exhale to tuck through the tailbone, round through the spine, and tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, tilt the tailbone up, the belly drops, reach the heart forward. Exhale to round through the spine. Take a few cycles on your breath, moving as fast or as slow as your body craves. See if you can synchronize that breath, initiating the movement with each inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, find a neutral spine. Hug that low belly in and reach the top of the head forward. Extend the right foot back. Tuck the toes, press back through that right heel. Beautiful. And then bring the inside of your right foot down onto the mat. Turn the shin of your left foot, left leg, out to the side and reach the right arm up. So you're in this supported side plank. Exhale to bring that left arm back towards your feet. Inhale to reach it overhead alongside your right heel. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, overhead. Take that 3 more times. Press firmly into the palm of the left hand, so you're not sinking into your left shoulder. Exhale back. Inhale, hold that right arm straight up. And then hug the belly in and flex through that right foot as you lift the leg up to hip height. A little bit of a balancing challenge, right? So take your time. And if you fall in or out, just use that breath to initiate the movement back into the pose. Keep everything active. The more you flex through that lifted foot, the easier it is to find your balance. Inhale in, and then exhale, hug the right knee and the right elbow in towards each other. And maybe they don't touch, That's okay. Keep the knee glued towards the elbow or touching the elbow if it is. And then start to bring that right foot to the front of your mat. Lower your back foot down and then reach the arms up overhead. So allow the hips to shift forward, but at the same time, you're drawing the inner thighs in towards each other. And that might give you the sensation of pulling back just a little bit. Reach up through the arms, relax the shoulders. You're lengthening, but also dropping the shoulders. In yoga, there's a lot of opposing directions of movement that help find that center, that help find that balance. Exhale, plant the hands down at the top of the mat and make your way back into a tabletop. Resetting with the wrists right under your shoulders, knees under your hips. This time, you'll bring the left foot back, press back through the left heel, reach the chest forward, and then turn that right shin out at a 45-degree angle as you spin that left heel down and reach the left arm up. And we'll continue again with those arm movements. Exhale, reach the left arm back. Inhale, reach it overhead. Exhale, back. Inhale, overhead. Take 3 more cycles on your own. Keep pressing back through the outside of your left foot. Press firmly into the inside of your right palm, that fleshy part in between the thumb and your first finger. Inhale, bring that left arm straight up overhead. And then press firmly into the top of your right foot as you flex the left foot and lift the leg up. And maybe it lifts up just a couple of inches, maybe it lifts up to hip height. There is no need to bring it up higher than hip height. Keep flexing through that left heel. One more breath. And then exhale, glue that left elbow and left knee towards each other. Left foot stays flat, and then plant the left foot at the top of the mat. Reach the arms up overhead for your crescent lunge. Again, remembering to bring the inner thighs in towards each other as you hug the low belly in and reach up through the arms until lengthening down, but at the same time, you're allowing the hips to shift forward. Shoulders relax. 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Can you bring back ease in your breath? Can you slow it down and be present with it? Exhale, plant the hands down and make your way back into a tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath and walk your hands back. You may stop right here if you're already feeling an intense stretch in your toes. If you have the space to move further, maybe you walk your hands to the tops of your legs. Or maybe you sit back all the way to your heels with the toes staying tucked. Hug the shoulders up. Exhale, release them down. Draw the navel to your spine. Inhale to reach the arms out to the sides, and then bring the right arm underneath your left. You can bring the backs of the hands together to touch, or if there's space to bring the palms together to touch, by adding 1 more twist, you can take that option. The elbows lift up to shoulder height. Draw the shoulders back, the chest forward. 2 more breaths. Allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Hug the navel in towards your spine. Inhale, open up the arms out to the sides. And then this time we'll take the left arm underneath. Bring either the backs of the hands to touch or add that extra twist, palms together. Shoulders back, lift the elbows up to shoulder height. Chin in line with your sternum. Draw the navel in. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Gently lean forward and tap the shins against the mat. Release the toes. Release any holding tension. And then we'll make our way up to stand. So you'll face the long side of your mat and open up the feet about 3.5 to 4 feet apart. Feet are parallel, so your toes are even slightly turned in towards each other. Hug the shoulders, exhale, release. Open up the arms out to the side, so you're creating a T shape with the arms. Turn the left toes out to the side. So that's facing the short end of your mat. And then add a deep bend. Plug the shoulder blades together and then bring your gaze over those left fingertips. Warrior two. Think about the inner left thigh rotating up to the sky. And as you do, you may feel that left knee move towards the outside of your left foot. At the same time, you're pressing down through the left big toe mound. Draw the shoulder blades in and at the same time lengthen through the fingertips. If you notice yourself leaning forward, imagine someone pulling your right hand back as you bring the shoulders right over the hips. Inhale, this time reach forward with that left hand as far as you can. Exhale, you can either bring the left forearm to the top of your left leg, or if there's space to lower that left hand down to the inside of your left foot, you can take that option as well. If you're on your forearm, make sure you're pressing firmly into the forearm to lift out of that right shoulder. You can keep the gaze straight ahead. You can turn it down towards that left foot if that feels better in your neck, or you can bring the gaze up towards that right hand. Think about dropping down in the right side of your torso so that it's even on both sides. Instead of there being rounding, you're dropping down. One more inhale, exhale. Inhale, straighten through that left leg, and then extend the left arm back towards the back of your mat. Right? And you can grab onto that left wrist to lengthen across the left side of your body. Inhale, come back through center. Turn the toes parallel, and then bring the heels in and the toes out as you lower your seat down into a squat. Elbows are lifted to shoulder height, so your arms are cactus out to the side. Draw the shoulder blades together, and then imagine a zipper zipping up through the ribs, drawing in, hugging the belly in towards your spine and lengthening down through the tailbone. Exhale to bring the forearms into touch. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale in. Inhale, open. Take that 3 more times. Exhale. Maybe as you inhale, you lift the heels. Exhale together. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And inhale, lift the heels. Hold the arms there as you relax the heels down. Straighten the arms and legs, and then this time turn the right toes to the short end of your mat as you lower down into warrior two on the other side. Shoulder blades draw in. You're opening across the chest, but at the same time hugging in through the ribs. Lengthen through the fingertips. You're gazing over your right fingertips now. Again, bring your attention to the inner right thigh, rotating up to the sky. Press into the outside of your left foot. Press into your right big toe mound. Inhale, reach forward with that right arm as far as you can, and then exhale, you'll find your side angle on this side. Either forearm down to your leg, or bring the right hand down to the inside of your right foot. Bring your gaze either down, straight ahead, or up at the left hand. One more breath, big inhale, and exhale. Inhale, straighten the right leg as you reach that right arm up and over, grabbing onto the right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, come back through center. Parallel the feet, toes turn in. Then bring the heels in, toes out, lower your seat down into your belly squat. Elbows lift to shoulder height. Exhale, arms in. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, in. Inhale, option to lift the heels. Exhale, in. Inhale, out. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring the arms out to the sides, lower them down as you straighten the legs. And now we'll toe heel the feet to hip width distance apart. So you're gonna send the hips back and lower them down as you reach the arms either up by your arms or hands at heart center, whatever feels more supportive for you. Hug the belly in, lengthen the tailbone back, the chest forward. Let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Come back to that breath. Notice how the breath changes throughout a session, throughout this session. Notice what happens in moments where there's more stillness. Exhale, bring the arms back behind you, palms forward, keep the knees bent, maybe sink a little bit deeper. Hands to heart center on your inhale. Exhale back, palms facing down. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, hands to heart center. One more time, exhale. Inhale. Come to stand for a moment. You can shake the legs out to the sides, sway from side to side. Find a little release. And then we're going to make our way down to the mat. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and then let the knees fall out to the sides. They may be up here, they may be here, they may be down here. We all have different mobility in our hips. So allow yourself to just be present with where you are, to bring breath into any places you feel tension and allow that to release, whether it's in your hips, your glutes, your shoulders, your jaw. Use the inhale to breathe into that space and exhale to release. Inhale in, and on your next exhale, tuck your chin into your chest and slowly start to round through the spine as you fold forward over your feet. Let the head hang heavy as you relax down, and you can either place your forearms on the tops of your legs or maybe to the floor in front of you. Or maybe you're staying right here and that feels supportive enough. It feels like it's creating enough of a release. Let the glutes relax down. Notice where there's still holding. Can you use your exhale to let go of that resistance? We'll take 5 more deep breaths here. Noticing the breath, elongating the breath, relaxing any holding, control, or tension. Inhale, slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time, bringing your head up last. You can take your hands to the outsides of your legs and gently draw the knees back into center. Turn yourself to face the short end of your mat. Scooch the hips forward with the knees bent and the feet planted down. Roll down onto your backs. Arms by your sides with the palms facing down. Bring the heels of your feet towards your seat. So maybe your fingertips are grazing against the heels of the feet. On the inhale, draw the navel down towards the mat and then press into your feet as you lift the hips up. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe you roll the shoulders underneath and interlace the fingers together. Wherever you are, press firmly into the base of the feet to find more of a lift through the hips. Let the shoulders draw down away from your head, away from the ears. Press into the big toe mounds of your feet so that the knees don't splay out to the side. They come back to center, they stay parallel, almost as if you were squeezing a block in between the legs. And then exhale, slowly lower down, back to the mat. And lift the knees up towards your chest. Let the knees fall over to your left side as you open your arms out to a T to find a twist. Again, in these more passive poses, it gives you an opportunity to notice the sensations in your body, to notice if there's anywhere you're still holding on to tension, where a part of your body might still be gripping, or where the mind may be focused on. Inhale to bring the knees back to center, and then let them fall over to the other side. And bring your knees back to center. Give them a final squeeze into your chest. And then exhale to extend the legs out long for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Allow the arms to rest by your sides with the palms turned up. And I invite you to close your eyes, to let go of any control over your breath, over your movement or your thoughts. And allow everything to flow at its natural pace, at its natural rhythm. If you'd like to continue staying in your Shavasana, you're welcome to stay here. Otherwise, you can slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Bring some small movements into your hands and your feet. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, circling your wrists and your ankles. If it feels good, you can stretch the arms overhead and lengthen from the fingertips down to your toes. Plant the feet down onto the mat and roll over to whichever side calls to you. Press into your top hand and make your way to your seat. Gently open up the eyes, let your hands fall wherever it feels comfortable. Thank you for joining me today. You can find more information about my offerings at shaktyalign.com. Again, my name is Shauny Lamba. You can also find me on Instagram under that name. I hope to see you all soon.
Thank you, Shauny. What a treat. It's really our pleasure. Well, before we sign off, I want to encourage you one more time to please visit the South Asian Project website. I'm going to share it in the chat box and join the movement. You can do so by emailing dana.jarrett@heart.org or any members of the committee. Well, once again, happy International Yoga Day and namaste, everyone. Take care.